Hello to you, the person yearning to master the most complex maze in this world, which is the mind of a woman. Have you ever stood before a girl and felt like a blind person trying to solve an encrypted code? You do everything. You are kind. You are gallant. You are always there when she needs you. But the result you receive is only a shake of the head, or worse, a terrifying silence. Today, I will not give you common advice. I will take you on a deep journey where we will dissect 9 psychological layers, 9 emotional fatal spots that any girl possesses. These are not cheap tricks, but the underlying laws of attraction, the fatal weaknesses that if you know how to touch at the right time in the right place, you will become the only man existing in her mind. Prepare a quiet space, because what I am about to say next will completely change your operating system in conquering the fair sex. The first weakness, a powerful thing often overlooked by gentlemen, is the desire for contrasting personalities. Do you know why villains in movies are sometimes like even more than heroes? It is because of multidimensionality. The biggest mistake men make when in love is trying to become a perfect, straight line. If you choose to be a strong man, you are strong 24/7. If you choose to be a gentle person, you are gentle from morning to night. But women are not attracted by monotony. They are fascinated by contradiction. Imagine you are an extremely calm, successful, and somewhat cold man. In her eyes, you are an iceberg difficult to conquer. But then, on a sunny afternoon, while the two of you are walking on the street and suddenly a joyful melody echoes from a roadside cafe, you suddenly break into a radiant smile and dance to the music in a completely spontaneous way, casting aside all daily seriousness. In that moment, a psychological struggle will explode in her mind. She will ask herself, who is he really? Why can such a rigid person be so adorable? This very confusion is the fuel for obsession. When she cannot define you with a single adjective, she will have to spend all day, all week, even a lifetime trying to decode you. Mystery does not lie in hiding information, but in possessing interesting opposing sides. If you are naturally a kind person, occasionally let a bit of mischief, a bit of bad boy rebellion show. Conversely, if you are a rugged man, let her see a moment where you gently protect a small animal. Contrast creates attraction, and that attraction will pull her towards you in a way she herself cannot explain. Now, we will move to the second point, an extremely sharp psychological technique, the art of mentioning an opposite role model. To understand this, you must understand the chronic disease of women, which is the overload of thoughts, also known as overthinking. Women do not perceive the world like we men do. A small action, a casual word can be woven by them into a long-running series in their heads. Have you ever seen a girl watching a child crying on the street and then feeling sad all afternoon, even though she doesn't know the child at all? That is their nature. Sensitive and always searching for the hidden meaning behind everything. So how do you take advantage of this? Try mentioning a girl whose appearance is completely opposite to hers. If the girl you are pursuing has traditional long black hair, accidentally tell a story about a former female colleague with bold blonde hair who once impressed you. Don't say it like, I like blonde hair more, but tell it as a casual story about work. Do you know what will happen when she goes home? When she stands before the mirror combing her black hair, your words will echo like a bell. Why did he mention blonde hair? Am I not attractive enough? Or does he like rebellious girls more? Quote, this gentle insecurity is exactly the stimulant. She will begin to subconsciously compare herself to that model and strive more to gain absolute attention from you. She will start thinking about you more. And in psychology, whoever makes us think the most is the person we love the most. The third weakness will make many men startled because it goes against what nice guys often do. Do not be afraid to give straightforward criticisms. We live in a society where men are always taught to pamper, to say sweet words to please the fair sex. But do you know that a man who always agrees and praises will soon become invisible? Why? Because your praise has no competitive value. If you praise every outfit she wears as beautiful, then when she wears a truly outstanding outfit, your praise is just like every other time. Learn how to criticize delicately, but decisively. If she is doing something wrong, such as wasting money or having a bad attitude toward a server, point it out frankly. If she wears a dress that does not suit her figure, say, I think this outfit doesn't enhance your beauty as much as the one from the other day. Are you afraid she will be angry? Don't worry. Women have a strange instinct in that they extremely respect men who dare to speak the truth. When you criticize her, you are asserting yourself as a person with high standards, with personal opinions, and not easily led by the nose. And most importantly, when you have been able to criticize, your subsequent praises will become precious like diamonds. She will long to be praised by you because she knows that it is a sincere compliment, not flattery to achieve some purpose. Criticism is the firmest foundation to build value for your presence in her life. We continue with the fourth point: hitting the things she is not good at. This is a psychological blow with extremely high leadership nature. Every girl wants to be perfect in the eyes of the man she cares about. Observe and find a small weakness in her skills. For example, she doesn't know how to cook. Never criticize directly like, "You are so clumsy." Instead, wait for a suitable time when the two of you are talking about cuisine. Then casually say, "I always feel that girls who know how to be in the kitchen have an irresistible charm, like they have the ability to keep the fire for the family." After that, change the subject quickly, as if it were just a fleeting thought. You have just planted a seed of concern in her mind. That night, she will lie thinking, "I don't know how to cook. Will he look down on me? Should I take a cooking class to impress him?" Quote, the goal here is not to force her to go to a cooking class, but to make her fall into a state of wanting to prove herself to you. When a woman begins to make an effort to be recognized by you, she has voluntarily placed you at the center of her world. She will try to do other things well, or even practice cooking just to receive a nod of approval from you. That is the art of controlling their priorities without having to give orders. The fifth weakness is a weapon that only truly brave men dare to use. Proactively share your own weaknesses. There is a disastrous misunderstanding that men must always be fortresses that never crumble. But in reality, a wall that is too perfect will make people feel distant and fake. Women have a very strong primal instinct, which is empathy and compassion. If you have a fear, a failure in the past, or a skill that you are extremely bad at, tell her before she discovers it herself. For example, if you dance very badly, don't try to strain yourself on the dance floor only to become a laughingstock. Say it straight. "I am warning you in advance that I dance like a clumsy bear. Are you ready to endure it?" Quote, this action will create two extremely strong psychological effects. 1. She sees you as extremely confident, because only a confident person dares to admit flaws without fear of being judged. 2. You have activated her nurturing instinct. She will feel that she needs to protect, needs to encourage you. Empathy is the stickiest glue in a relationship. When she feels she understands your hidden corners, she will feel more special than all the other girls out there. She will no longer look at you as an icon, but look at you as a human being of flesh and blood to love. However, remember, share weaknesses, not whine or complain about poverty and hardship. Share with the mindset of a king who dares to speak about his scars, not a beggar pleading for pity. Continuing from empathy, the sixth point is, allow her to take care of you and occasionally reveal a gentle loss of control. Women are born with the divine mission of being a mother, a nurturer. They feel happy when taking care of the person they love. If you have a cold, don't try to act like you're fine. Ask her to buy a pack of medicine or cook a bowl of porridge for you. You will see her eyes sparkle with pride when she can help you. This is a secret that few men know. When women invest effort in taking care of you, they will love you even more because their brains will convince themselves that I must love him very much to do these things. Besides that, occasionally let her see moments where you are heart-struck by her cuteness, a tight hug when she just said something innocent, a passionate gaze that doesn't look away when she wears a new outfit. Show that, no matter how strong you are, you still have moments of melting before her. The interweaving between the toughness of a man and the softness of a child in her arms will create an extremely intense emotional connection. This is also the best way for you to never fall into the friend zone, because you always keep the fire of passion and desire in every gesture. The seventh point, this is the key, so that you never become a stalker. You make her put in the effort to attract you. Men often make the mistake of making everything too easy for women. They give gifts for no occasion. They agree to all her requests. They are always present whenever she calls. You are lowering your own value. Put her in situations where she must work hard to achieve your recognition. For example, talk about a difficult hobby of yours, like philosophy or a sport that requires persistence. Then ask what she thinks about it. If she tries to find out to talk with you, it means she is investing in this relationship. If she says she doesn't know, just leave it there. Don't try to explain too much. Let her feel for herself that she needs to upgrade herself to be on your level. Remember the simple economic law. The harder something is to get, the more people cherish it. Don't be a discounted item always displayed on the shelf. Be a treasure in a glass case that she must accumulate enough trust points and effort to touch. When she has to spend effort to get a date or a compliment from you, she will cherish it more than anything in the world. The 8th point: a vital factor to maintain respect, establish boundaries, and demonstrate leadership authority. The deepest instinct of women is to want to be protected by a man who knows how to control and has principles. A man without boundaries is a man without power. You need to let her know what you accept and what is impossible. If you say that you don't like women drinking too much in public, and she still intentionally does that to test you, be ready to stand up and leave. Don't argue. Don't shout. Your decisive action has more weight than 1,000 words. She will understand that. To have your presence, she must respect your rules. Even in small things like choosing a place to go out or paying the bill, be the one who makes the decision or has a clear viewpoint. Don't always be. Whatever you want to eat is fine. Anything is okay. Indecisiveness is the enemy of masculinity. Be the person steering the ship of the relationship. She can be the navigator, but the one holding the steering wheel must be you. When a woman feels you are a solid support, a person with clear boundaries, she will feel extremely safe and voluntarily follow your lead. And finally, the 9th point: the decisive psychological blow so that you are always the one in the superior position. Let her know that she is not your only option. It sounds cruel, but this is the truth of the biological world. Competition creates value. A man whom no other woman pays attention to will look very unattractive in the eyes of the current girl. Never act like a desperate person who in a whole lifetime only met her occasionally. When she jokingly asks, "Are you talking to anyone else?" Quote, instead of frantically denying to prove loyalty, smile meaningfully and say, "There are also a few candidates under review, but currently I see you as the most promising one." This answer is both playful and a hidden warning. It creates a gentle jealousy, stimulating the possessive instinct of women. She will realize that you are a hot commodity, and if she doesn't hold on tight, someone else will snatch you up immediately. Loyalty is a wonderful thing, but loyalty only has value when it comes from a person who has many choices but still chooses her, not from a person who has no one to choose and therefore has to stay. We have just gone through 9 deep layers in the minds of the fair sex. Do you see the common point of all these things? That is the balance between strength and delicacy, between possession and freedom, between coldness and warmth. Conquering women is not a battle to see who wins or loses, but a dance of emotions. You are the dance leader. And to lead skillfully, you must clearly understand every footstep, every breath of your partner. The 9 weaknesses that I just shared are not for you to exploit maliciously, but for you to understand and create an attractive relationship where both feel they are living in the most intense emotional levels. Remember that knowledge is only a weapon, and how you use it creates a true man. Do not apply everything all at once mechanically. Be like a master chef who knows how to season each bit of this psychological spice into every conversation, every date. When you master these 9 fatal spots, you will see the world around you change. Women will look at you with different eyes. They will long to be with you, to discover your person, and to be led by you into your own interesting world. Spend time to contemplate each point. Try applying the weakness regarding contrast in the next meeting, or try giving a sincere criticism to see her reaction. You will be surprised at the power that these small changes bring. Do not fear failure, because each experiment is a time you understand more deeply about yourself and about women. This world does not lack good men, but it is extremely scarce in men who truly understand the female soul. To be one of those few, be the man that every girl secretly dreams of but not everyone can have. And finally, always remember that the pinnacle of all techniques is sincerity wrapped in intelligence. If you truly like a girl, use this knowledge to protect that love, to make it always fresh and full of passion. Thank you for listening in till these final moments. Our journey has only just begun, and I believe that with what you have just absorbed, no heart is impossible to conquer, no mind is impossible to understand. Wish you success on the path of becoming a brave and attractive man. Goodbye, and see you again in deeper shares about the art of living and conquering.